excited to have Judy Thomas with us today. I've known Judy for 3 years, and it's just an honor to be with her at this time. So Judy, I'd like you to say who you are, but it's very interesting. We're right now we're dealing with the COVID pandemic, and you took a new job at a 3D printing company, and then COVID happened. So what's been your story at this time?
Okay, well, great to be here. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me. I think 3D Heals is a great organization, and I love the awareness that you're bringing to additive. But yeah, what happened? I took a new job. Looking forward to working with Origin. They're an open platform printer, which I thought, I was really excited to be a part of it. I could see from my past experience, this is going to be a great opportunity. Got ready to launch. I was hired on to open up the dental market for Origin. Did our initial launch at the end of February at Lab Days Chicago, major trade show for dentistry in the US. And a week later, COVID-19 launched, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they took the show, or it took the show. So here I am working with this new startup company in San Francisco. And as we all know, that San Francisco was one of the first cities to shut down. And responsibly. We're, a non-essential company at the time. Our doors were closed. We're all thinking, oh my gosh, here's the end. And then, we have this great, crew of people, really, always curious, open-minded. They started collaborating with other colleagues and finding out how additive could really contribute to COVID-19. And incredible journey. Within 2 weeks' time, partnering with some really incredible companies. And Topology is known for their lattice design. If you look at our swab tip, and that's what I'm going to talk about, we're now producing nasopharyngeal swabs, not 3D printers. And working with medical, Beth Israel, thank them for leading this extensive evaluation of 3D printing, recognizing we had a major shortage worldwide for nasopharyngeal swabs, and testing being our frontline defense.
Yes.
In this war against COVID-19. Within 2 weeks' time, we went from concept to manufacturing. Today, Origin is manufacturing nasopharyngeal swabs. That's a new word for my vocabulary, by the way. Nobody could have told us this, right?
Yeah.
But we're here, and with the help of some really great companies collaborating together. It took everybody.
Amazing. And how did you get into additive manufacturing?
Oh, well, that was, gosh, I want to say it was your fault, but I got back into additive technology because of you, truly you. But I was working, I've been in dental for nearly 20 years, and we've worked with some technology, digital technology, something that I was always fascinated with. I've had the opportunity to work for some really innovative companies, and that's why I love dentistry. But I saw additive in the past within dentistry. It really was, I'd say, much of the automated technology delivered a lot of promise, but it didn't fulfill on those promises. And so I hadn't really engaged in it. I stayed away from it, and that's how you and I met. I was actually representing implants. I wanted to get away from the technology and the broken promises altogether. Then I ended up going to this meeting the same day that I met a company in Redwood City. We all know Carbon, and met with them. And they, talked to them about coming on board, which ended up happening. I think they did a great job at validating 3D printing could deliver on the promise. So I had a great two-year journey with them. And but it was your meeting with 3D Heals where I went to the meeting after I met with them, and I was still skeptical about 3D printing. I'm like, this isn't, I don't know, everybody says that they're going to do it and then they don't do it, and went to your meeting and I looked at what we're doing with 3D printing across the board and left there feverish going, oh gosh, I really want to be a part of this. I'm going to have to go back and let Carbon know I really, really want to do this. And so here I am in 3D printing.
Well, and I think that fire in wanting to, push these personalized, decentralized solutions farther, I think it actually stems from something deeper in you, and that goes even to your more core of experiences. You've been someone who's been passionate of end-to-end digital workflows and material science for some time. Not just in the last few years. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, well, I started my journey in dentistry over 20 years ago with a small company who's a world-class materials manufacturer. You might know them, 3M.
Small company, right?
Yeah. And an incredible journey, incredible company to work for. But it was working with them that we really jumped into mass scale production through a digital workflow. And that's when 3M brought lava zirconia to the United States. Mm-hmm. And this was something that we did at a large scale. It was mass production, and we ended up creating an end-to-end digital workflow through that. It was an incredible journey. On that journey, though, it took off, and it didn't take off overnight. You had companies working in verticals. They controlled everything from the material to the software to the equipment, and really looked within their vertical. It wasn't until other companies broke the ceiling and said, hey, we can open this platform and we can put all kinds of materials into the milling machines. Mm-hmm. And not only do zirconia better, but also bring other applications into this CAD/CAM. And that's where the end-to-end solutions really blossomed within dentistry. It was very exciting. I look back at that and I was like, what an incredible journey to be a part of. We transformed dentistry. But I also knew, working with Carbon, working with companies that are working in a vertical, the open platform is really a concept that's going to help additive grow. And that's what Origin represented. That's why I was so excited, right, to join them. Like you said, that my journey, I could see from the past. I knew 3M did a great job with what they did, but it was other companies that came in and opened up the platform that really lit it up. And that's what I see in additive. We have to be collaborative.
And at this time, Judy, as we're undergoing the midst of the COVID-19 crisis and the new normal that we're going to see afterward, what excites you most about additive technologies?
Well, I think that COVID-19 allowed us to show the world what we know about additive technology, and that it's not just simply for prototyping. Mm. It can be a real solution for producing end products. And I think, coming out of this, we're now going to realize, we can't rely on one supply, one source for materials. Having a solution that allows us to do on-site, decentralized manufacturing is going to be critical, whether it's a bridge or whether it's the total solution. I think it's one that we're always going to have in place as a backup. And that's where additive makes sense worldwide, for manufacturing.
Great. Thank you so much for your time, Judy. I look forward to seeing you virtually at Judy Heals 2020.
Oh, I can't wait to be a part of it. I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Keep it up, and I can't wait to see you then.
Take care.
Bye-bye.